it's different than shortly before, and certainly different from the Fed of William McChesney Martin, who thought the only thing the Fed should own are treasury bills, that is to say, short-term treasuries, because he thought the Fed should interfere as little as possible with the allocation of capital. Well, part of what's going on with the buying of long-term assets is an attempted and a carried out allocation of capital. For example, to housing. That's picking a sector and subsidizing it through the central bank and its monetary power. And one of the results of that was an incredible second housing bubble. The second, we have had now 2 housing bubbles in the 21st century. And that's still playing out, a huge distortion. Another effect of the buying mortgages, we're buying 30-year mortgages. These are very long-term fixed rate investments, and they're buying long-term treasury bonds, a lot of them more than 10 years. The Fed, I think I'm remembering the number right, the Fed owns $4 trillion of a very long-term mortgages with maturities of more than, I'll leave it at that because I don't remember the exact number, but a very long-term fixed rate mortgages, which they're now financing at much higher short-term interest rates, so that their interest income is less than their interest expense. And it's very hard to make money that way. So it's affected the Fed's own profits and losses, namely making them into losses. Those Fed losses are in fact taxpayer losses, because as Bert taught me some years ago, you have to think of the Federal Reserve and the Treasury really as one thing, and imagine them being the consolidated financial government. And then all of the intra-government transactions disappear. They're consolidating eliminations. And what you're left is the Treasury spending money and the Fed printing it up so they can spend it, or the Treasury funding mortgages and the Fed printing up the money to fund those.